We're out in the middle of nowhere. Why would you need a permit for this? But apparently when you congregate anywhere, and it's like hundreds of thousands of people, there has to be a certain amount of police or security per every 100 or so people that are in the event or something. I don't know.
It was blah, blah, blah. You can't play.
Yeah, so they shut us off. So we drove 8 hours to play for about a minute.
Okay. Nice. I like that.
Longest show we do, I mean, we play original music in that we have, 4 records out now, so, I mean, we write a lot of songs and whatever, that's our normal thing. Normal rock show for us is between 30 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
But, I don't know, through the years, all the years that the three of us have been playing together and playing with other people and other bands and whatnot, we've collectively learned like 100 cover songs. So we pad our wallets every now and again by going to play these cover gigs, like bar band sort of gigs. Like if you go to your local bar and grill and you see a band playing there at 9 o'clock on a Thursday night or whatever, we go and do some of those sometimes. And that's a 3 to 4 hour time commitment. You don't play straight through the whole time, but you know, three sets of 45 minutes each. So we do that
provides the gas money for when we tour.
Exactly.
Pays for hotels and food when we leave and go do shows elsewhere.
Yeah.
Helps out.
Okay. Doug, I think you might have mentioned this, but just to clarify, how many releases as far as you three, how many releases have you guys had so far?
So since
3.
Yeah, they were just finishing up or just put out a full-length album when I joined. So since then, in 2009, we did On the Other Side, full-length. Then in 2011, we did the Rock and Roll Reserve EP. And then just in May of this year, 2012, we did our self-titled album. It's just called Margate.
Okay, and then so you guys are now in the recording process of releasing something as well this year?
No.
That was it.
That was it. This was the record that we did with El Jefe. He engineered and mixed and produced with us. And we got it done May 29th, I think was the release date of this year. And so that's our newest one that we just finished up for this year. We're not going to be back in the studio, I don't think, until maybe early next year.
We signed a record deal in December of last year with one of our idols, a guitar player for a band called NoFX.
Okay.
And his wife, they started a new record label, and we're the first and, as of right now, only act. So the label's called Cybertracks.
Cybertracks, okay.
Yeah, and so since from December to May, we signed the deal and we made a record.
So speaking of that, how is the promotion going in terms of what the record label does and what you guys are doing? How involved are you guys in the promotional aspect of, your records and your music, etc.?
We're so used to being involved in every aspect because we've been a band for so long, and we've been involved in every aspect from everything, from the get-go. I think we've tried to turn as much loose as we can. I don't think all of us are very good at letting go. We need to turn over to other people. But as far as what the difference is that what you're at,
in terms of you being
what we used to do
true indie,
versus
why now
we're still pretty indie. I think it's still indie because like he was saying, we're the only band on their record label.
Yeah, we still do a lot.
So we still do a lot, and the label that we were working is like a partnership, so it's very collective as far as the duties and the work that everyone's doing. But we're still, I'm still hands-on with all the artwork, and Steve and I do a lot of video editing, and right now, currently, I'm editing the videos from our European tour that we just came home from.
Cool.
And, Doug is like the online wizard. He's online with all the different bloggers and online magazines and stuff like that. Tweeting. He's our Twitter guy. I refuse to have a Twitter. I'm probably going to end up having one, but I refuse right now to have a Twitter account. I refused a Facebook account for 2 years, and then finally they were like, yo.
Now you love it, see?
You can have Facebook. Well, I don't know if I
can't get it
love
off there.
I don't know if I love it.
Yeah, it's getting bad to it.
Yeah. Oh, it is definitely getting bad. But I guess all around the answer to your question would be that we're still involved and everyone has a role in promoting the band.
I mean, I think this is, like he said, this is a very small label. It's a very small deal that we got, so to speak. But I think, the hardworking bands are the ones that end up landing deals from the size of where we're at to the biggest major label, biggest advance, whatever. And, if you work hard all the time at your craft and at your music and at your promotion, at every aspect of your career, you don't just turn that off the second that you sign a piece of paper, you know. That still continues, and it behooves both parties for you to continue working hard like that on everything and putting, you know, you don't want your integrity to go out the window because you signed some deal. I mean, you want to oversee the artwork and oversee the promotion and make sure you're not being portrayed in a certain light that goes against your beliefs, you know. So, I don't know. That's what we do. We try to do what we can do.
Mm-hmm.
So how was the European tour for you guys?
Amazing.
How's that experience?
Amazing. It was a dream come true. I think somehow the planets were aligned and we got a golden ticket, and we were able to go on this fantastic circus tour that we went on. The crowds were great. We actually got a really, really good reception out there.
Cool.
A lot of the promoters and the bands that we played with, like Snuff, and the UK Subs, they all want us to come back. Like, I think they wanted us back in November already, and I don't know if we're going to be able to do that, but we're definitely going to go back to the UK and Europe as well. The rest of Europe, I should say.
So how did that come about in terms of the European tour?
We, well, El Jefe is in the band No Effects. That's who we were invited basically to go on tour with them.
Okay.
So it came through. They basically, No Effects' manager approached El Jefe and said, "Hey, if Margate wants to come, you're welcome to come."
Oh, no.
So we were like,
So we said, heck yeah.
We said, yes. They're like, you think you can go? And we're like, yes, yeah, absolutely. Whatever it's going to cost us, whatever we have to do, you know, whatever we need to do to get out there, we were going to do it, and we were able to actually go. And it was kind of weird to have, you know, to go from little shows, or not little, but, you know, smaller venues, or playing these really small, like, parking lot shows or whatever you could say. And then, like, you know, all of a sudden now we're working with El Jefe, we're recording with him, we're getting involved with different people in his world, and then now we, like, wake up and you're in Europe and you're on tour. And it's just like, wow, it was a quick thrust. It was a quick thrust into that world, and it kind of just gave us a really good picture of what it's like to be doing that, to be a touring act, to be playing these really huge venues of, like, you know, almost 2,000 people, and most of them were sold out shows. So it was just absolutely amazing, and all the bands were really cool, and they took us in like we had been touring with them for years, and we all became friends. And yeah, I mean, the kids out there are great. The people out there really love music, and they're really like, they're happy that you're there. They show up early to the show. You know, like in LA, it's very difficult. The opening band, you're lucky if the janitor's there. You know, you're lucky if the bartender's even set up.
You show up before the sound guy.
You show up before the sound guy gets there. I mean, you're lucky that
9 o'clock. Sound guy didn't show up.
Yeah, until like 9 o'clock. So if you go on at 9:15, the sound guy just gets there. You know, that's Los Angeles. But over there, I mean, the house was getting filled when we hit the stage. So
7 p.m. It was
7 p.m. There's already a ton of people, and they were just, you know, they had at it. At first, it was weird. I don't know if you've seen the Blues Brothers. Everyone watched the Blues Brothers. You know that scene when they're in like that country roadhouse and everyone's just staring at them, and that's how it felt. Like the first song when you play it, because no one's ever heard of you, or if they have, it's been a small group, and they're all just staring at you. You have like 1,500 people just staring at you, and you're just like, oh shit. Yeah. All right, let's.
Hope they like us.
Hi, we're Margate from Los Angeles, and we're here to entertain you. And we just start playing, and by the time the second song, or the first song goes right into the second one, so when we get done and there's the first moment of band silence, really, the whole crowd was clapping and cheering, and everybody was happy that we were there. And halfway through the set, I would say, like, all right, we got about 25 more songs, and everyone would start cheering, so it went over really well.